The man was unfortunate enough to be bitten by a zombie, and he knew his time was running out, so he picked up a weapon, ready to end his remaining life. But when he looked at his 5-month-old daughter in his arms, all his resolve instantly crumbled. His young daughter left alone in this apocalyptic world wouldn't be able to survive, so he decided to find a safe place for his daughter within 48 hours. During their escape, the baby began to cry relentlessly, missing her mother, so the man took out the perfume his wife had left behind and sprayed it lightly into the air. When the familiar scent of the mother filled the air, the child miraculously stopped crying. Along the way, he encountered a lost little girl searching for her family. Bound by fate, the three of them embarked together on an uncertain journey of survival. But the spread of the virus was faster than he had imagined. To avoid harming the children, he entrusted his daughter to the stranger girl, and then painfully turned away, fighting to suppress his symptoms. After an unknown amount of time, the man woke up again but was horrified to discover his daughter was missing. He searched frantically everywhere and finally found that it was the little girl who had saved his daughter. But time was running out for the man. In 2 hours, the three of them would fall into complete desperation. Fortunately, they found an RV with a large supply of food, but there was no sign of anyone. When he brought his daughter to find this family, he discovered they were digging a hole. The man desperately begged them to care for his daughter, but the male owner refused. The man then realized that these strangers were also infected with the virus, and the hole they were digging would be their family's final resting place. In despair, the man held his daughter and walked away in silence. Soon after, a gunshot rang out from deep in the woods. They found their final liberation in another way in this apocalypse. At this moment, the man had only 30 minutes of life left. He could barely move forward with a crutch. Finally, he collapsed to the ground and lost consciousness. When he woke up again, his face was covered with the distinctive mucus of a zombie. He looked at the rotting flesh on the ground, then at the little girl holding a wooden stick not far away, and a final plan suddenly formed in his mind. He wrapped raw meat around a wooden stick and pleaded with the girl to protect his daughter no matter what. Finally, he kissed his daughter one more time. After doing all this, he quickly hoisted his daughter onto his back. Then he put on a muzzle to seal his mouth and tied his hands tightly with rope. With the last shred of rational consciousness, he carried the two children forward with difficulty. This was the last thing he could do for his daughter in this lifetime, and it was the final gift of love he left her in this world. When they arrived at the tribe, everyone was shocked by what they witnessed. The man had already lost consciousness, yet his body continued to fulfill his last mission. The tribal leader, unable to bear his suffering, wanted to end his pain but was stopped by a woman. She took out the remaining bottle of perfume and gently sprayed it in front of the man. Even though he had already lost consciousness, the man could still smell the familiar scent. He knew his daughter was safe. As the leader thrust down his spear, this father who had devoted his entire life to protecting his child finally found peace. His daughter had also found her final home. There were kind-hearted people here and a warm family. When people opened the child's clothing, they saw 2 words written on it: thank you. This was the complete and unconditional love of this father. We salute every parent who has carried the weight of love forward in this life.